Alright, it looks like the PUG train continues. Just got back from eating. It's yet another game with basically the same people. The teams are mixed up a bit. There's one less ETA person than there was before. We got a Zarnatox added to the mix. And they just finished second duel. I think both teams are probably going to go for a boss now. I'm eating my breakfast. So there might be mild eating noises. Okay, here we go. So it looks like the Radiant team's doing the much quicker boss. Let's see. Boots, triple trank. I assume he'll go a cleave boot, so I think it'll be triple trank versus. Ooh, does this team have 3 farm? No, there's no way Zarnatox is gonna go. No, he already did. Oh god. Okay, so I think Dire team is going to be really poor all game. That's my prediction. They're not gonna have like any money. And I'm gonna blame Zarnatox the whole time.
Stupendous! Here I am!
Wish I saw the picking and banning phase. That way I could know what led to these lit picks. Larnal Storm Spirit, though. That's probably going to be strong. Alaska's actually out farming, at least in levels, the Larnal right now, which is interesting. The Larnal Storm Spirit's actually going to die right there. And lose some Bloodstone charges. Clink's doing Clink's things, of course, as Clink's does.
Over here now! Over here now! Now over here!
Alright. I like where Derpy's head up with this Magnus build. Not yet. I'll get up and grab it after I eat this. Look at the vision. Radiant team has fantastic vision right now. It's actually pretty phenomenal. They can see this whole center area and all the potential movements. I think overall, even though Dire's ahead in points, I think I like where the Radiant is right now. I personally favor them a little bit. Of course, the fact that Larnal can do that. Yeah. Especially when Wiz, the Templar Assassin, is sitting right around, able to put out some extra damage as well. Everyone gets RP'd, but they don't really have that much follow-up onto this, so I think they're just going to stun him up and kill him. The Clinks tries to come in and take someone out, but he's also just going to fall. The Dire team's actually running over the Radiant right now. Looks like my prediction was wrong. But hey, we'll see how the game keeps going in the longer run, though, because I think that's obviously the more interesting part. I wonder if Zarnatox's plan is just to be tanky and annoying and farm all the enemy camps. And that's why he got cleave boots. Yep.
Blew the man Man down. Unlucky find.
You can't overextend like that. It's just not going to go well.
I'm over here. Unstoppable! I blew it. I am a tool. Another life for the king mage. Double kill. Never die.
So this Clinks player's having a great game. He's doing really well. And he's on the same team as Derpy. The Giraffes are yellow team. Vanek. Interesting. I haven't seen much of him. See Queen Pawnin weaving in and out. Doing Pawnin things. Just being weird. I like how Derpy keeps trying to send the shockwaves in. You know, ultimates don't refresh after a duel. That was a bad ultimate usage. Now it's on cooldown. So Natox is farming, but I mean, look at his net worth. See, the thing is, he could be farming for XP, but using Tranks for gold and be in much better position. I guess the biggest problem with this thought process. What is your Radiance? Radiance isn't particularly in the meta right now, so I think it's cool when you see him come out. It's not like anyone ever buys magic resistance, so it's good. Let's see if these two manage to catch Pawnin out at all.
For the treasure.
Oh wow, Ricky does a lot of damage to that Pawnin. Ooh, he's got Daedalus.
I do my work at the
Daedalus Diffusal Blade. Only a single Battle Fury. We've been seeing mostly double Battle Fury Ricky, so it's cool to see a slightly more right-click centric, not solely based on the ultimate cleaving everyone down. Ricky, I like that. We get a pause. I wonder why. Probably connection issues. The Clink's dropped. Alright, so we wait for this Clink's player to reconnect. It'd be really funny if Giraffes Are Yell turns out to be a really good team. And they, like, win a couple upset matches and stuff in the tournament. I realize I need to do tournament seeding soon. Decide what order all of the teams are facing each other. That's a really, really important part of tournaments because it makes it so that top teams don't face each other until later on in the bracket, so that way you end up with more interesting finals. It's also why the first round of every tournament is always just a total wash. Coffee. So, I gotta do some tournament seeding and get the initial seed in. I think what we'll do is we won't completely close signups until like the day of the tournament, but once we do seeding, if you sign up, you are just put into the next seed at the bottom of the list. So even if you're much better than a lot of the teams, if you sign up late, you're going to be a bottom seed. I think that's fair. Wow. Ricky does a lot of damage. Just wait till that thing's huge and inside of the Storm Spirit. He's just gonna fly around and team wipe people. This is crazy. Claire getting a kill somewhere on Zornatox. Nice.
I'm over here.
And we see the capture points are active. This one's being capped. This one over here, I guess they already took. Looks like it's going to be pretty uncontested. I think they're just going to get that capture point, which is good for them. They definitely need the cores. I think it's interesting of Dire since I feel like they can win these fights really easily right now. That they wouldn't contest the capture point, but I guess it's a really crappy spot to contest, and you miss out on so much map farm and stuff.
Warm your hands by my fire. Stupendous.
I made myself a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich at home, and it's delicious. See a little bit of engagement here between the Naga Siren and the entire Dire team, and it turns out Naga doesn't win that fight. Nice. We see a lot of these heroes starting to get higher level. That's really good. Level 25 talents tend to be nuts, so getting to an early level 25 is pretty important. In fact, let's take a look at all the hero levels. While the teams are more or less ignoring each other. I mean, these two supports just run right by each other. They don't care. Meanwhile, somewhere off in the distance, Larnell's killing their team. They jump in on the Clinks. Clinks doesn't have enough damage to burst any of them down before he just gets melted himself.
Over here now.
And then we'll take some bosses. Cool.
Touché.
Farming. So level-wise, there's not that many people who are above 25 yet. Clinks will hit level 25 soon. This Ricky's actually very low level, which is scary since we saw earlier him like nearly melt the enemy team. It just shows how powerful that hero is.
I'm over here. Wooden pop.
Speaking of, he's somewhere off in the distance trying to steal corner creeps. Oh yeah, he had 100 charges. He really wanted that.
Death's bounty.
Alright, he's going to try to duke it out with Ponin. Ponin does a lot of damage, though, and he Claire's here to help. They're going to easily kill the Ricky. And meanwhile, Zarnatox is trying to take on the whole team. Not going to work. I don't even think you're going to kill Claire. Over here comes Larnell to clean up some low HP heroes. Look at this. Great song, though. Oh, and the song's leading into the duel, too. So it not only broke up that fight and stopped him from getting a couple kills, but also allowed them to have a song going at the start of their duel. Which is quite good. They use scan in the other duel, but Ricky's over here, so that removes their ability to do that. Oh, but they have maxed out Necrobook. They can just use that to see him. Ooh, and Clinks is here to melt out some damage. Over in this other duel, it looks like it could go either way. The Wraith King ultimate definitely doing wonders. Wraith King actually deals a decent amount of damage this game. Oh yeah, he went for a right click to Wraith King. Right click-ish. Alright, and then back over here. Scarth Mage still trying to stay alive. And Clinks is going to make sure that doesn't happen. Wow, those supports managed to get out. That's impressive. Larnell was ready to get a couple kills there. Popping the Tranks. You don't always have to pop Tranks on a big creep. It doesn't do a multiplier or anything. It's a flat bonus. So using it on a weaker creep, the only thing you're missing out on is the potential extra XP and gold from killing a larger creep with your one shot. So, you know, it's a lot of times a lot more important to get the charges off than it is to find an ideal creep. So don't be afraid to use Tranks on easy creeps. Hey, what's up, DXS? Yeah, I'm also eating right now, so that's why I'm a little more quiet and I'm bad with the camera. Yeah, Clinks has a split shot now. Yep. So now he hits lots of targets, which is pretty scary because Clinks does a lot of damage. Almost killed the Ricky. Ooh, song during the Ricky ultimate, though. Oh, wait. Song's opposed to the Ricky ultimate. They're on opposite teams. That was an awesome song. And Ricky is just dumping damage out here in the back. We actually see most of the Dire team just kind of melting to the absurd amounts of damage that this Clinks is able to spit out. In fact, they find one more in the trees and kill him too. This is interesting. I don't think one team is really solidly in the lead right now. I definitely have favored Radiant most of the game, and I still favor them now. But Storm Spirit, man. Storm Spirit still gets some work done. Storm Spirit's really obnoxious. It's really difficult to deal with hero. Let's take a peek at some items. Ooh, we see a Dispel Orb coming out. Interesting. We really don't see a lot of that, Dispel Orb. Of the Reflex cores that people still buy, it's not a super popular one. Oscar Thunderfuck going the double Scotty path. Eventually going to build that into a Cafefe. We've seen a resurgence of Midas lately. It's not the first Midas I've seen most recently. They just are Midases now. People are doing that. Wow. Claire does a lot of damage.
Death's bounty.
Alright, we see the two teams just taking bosses and stuff. Doing their reasonable thing that makes sense. CTA also does a lot of damage, so they're also able to kill bosses quite quickly.
Let the fun begin.
Duel's gonna start in a minute. The hero levels are pretty even. Everyone's at least level 25, which is really, really important. Back in the net worth view, you can see Radiant's lead, having that solid big chunk ahead, and then Dire Team's just all Storm Spirit right now. Now you can especially see how much Dire Team is all Storm Spirit. So as long as they can kill the Storm Spirit, I don't think they really have much to worry about with this Dire Team until some of the other heroes start to eventually come online. Of course, I mean, I say that, but Ricky is insane. Like, he's been relatively low net worth all game, but has still been putting in work. They try to burst some heroes down there, but Zarnatark's quick with the ultimate to get his allies out of that little scuffle. It was really good. Everyone just goes back to farming. Larnell, Larnell's just doing funny Larnell things.
Yeah, I'll let you.
You see Larnell successfully zips out and then zips back into the song. Nice. Derpy Magnus getting, wow. Yeah, this is working out really, really well. Alaska Thunderfuck just kind of wrecked everyone. Larnell's jumping around and definitely getting some damage out, but now they've got the Star Spirit silenced. They're going to try to silence him again before he's able to get away. He manages to jump away one more time, but he's probably going to die no matter what. Over there, the Wraith King just beat someone up and they died. Yeah, they're just going to collect some high ground objective, haste and stuff. They didn't even need it though. Slark eventually just kills everyone. Oh wow. Clinks really gets caught out there and gets taken down. Larnell taking a lot of damage, mostly from the Ogre Fire throughout that, but still gets the kill and gets out. That's really good. We see a counter rotation coming out here though. We're just trying to spot out who's doing what. This Ogre's still heavily aggroed and double buffed, so he's going to really mess with these fights for a little bit. Yeah, Claire's going to die in that fire. Ogre's really messing him up here. It's pretty funny. The capture point is going to pop open right around here, so we see Dire Team positioning themselves ready to defend it. You see Radiant Team, I don't know, dodging in and out of the boss pit. I guess they're trying to get some kills up here. Alaska, though, taking so much damage from Wiz there. And then the Ricky ultimate comes out, disabling yet again, and then they just melt him with damage. This like does manage to get a kill in his Wraith form, though. Capture points are active. At this point, the fight has moved on, though. No one really cares about that capture point anymore. I mean, Ricky's low HP, his ultimate's down. I would just go work on capping for a minute. You can't do that much else. I believe he just blink striked into that RP. But I don't think the Radiant Team has enough damage to do anything about it either way. So it doesn't really matter that he got RP'd and everything. It's interesting because some of these fights the Radiant looks so dominant, and other of these fights the Dire Team seems so dominant. I mean, that fight went convincingly in favor of the Dire. They dealt well over double the amount of damage. It's just, yeah, it's a strong showing. Alright, we're gonna see some bosses being taken. Makes sense. Go ahead and use Ricky ultimate on it. Why not? Just get it killed quicker.
Stupendous!
A bounty which my matriarch will prize.
Wow, I was about to make a remark about how they didn't have enough damage. Wraith King proved me wrong. Look at that. Uncombined farming core. Alaska doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, just keep your farming boots. Alright, they're gonna keep trying to get this Lycan that messed up their fight so badly earlier. They put in all kinds of damage to their team. You do gotta deal with all the summons though, and there's quite a few of them. Looks like their AI needs to be improved though. It appears that it's easy to make them lose sight. Are they gonna try to finish off this boss? No, he's healing with the heart again. I guess they're done. They don't want to keep attempting that. They got frustrated with all of the summons. All right, we got some duels. Get over here. Oh, I want to see Ricky melt some people. Yep, there he goes. He hops into Zarnatox. And then Zarnatox runs around. It's not like you're going to be able to kill you with Zarnatox very quickly. Clink's trying to stay alive to manage to take anyone out. Yeah, actually, they're going to win this fight despite the Ricky killing like the whole team. They never dealt with these two, and those are the ones that actually deal damage. Over here, it's Larnell versus the Wraith King. We've seen that the Wraith King actually does damage. This is a scary Wraith King. And there he goes. He sinks into him for a moment there. Oh man, that was just his first life, Larnell. You're done, buddy. It's just pretty impressive seeing a Wraith King win a 1v1 against a Storm Spirit. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's not common with the way the Wraith King's usually built. They find Panin, and they're trying to do things to Panin. Panin doesn't want things done to her. Oh wow, so she just walks away with 3 HP. Ricky Ultimate getting some damage done. Ogre Boss being a troll. Oh, he's double buffed right now too. He's gonna do that really quick. Larnell manages to slip out though. There's only one Radiant hero nearby right now, but a lot more are coming in, but it's in Alaska with a lot of stolen Essence Shift. Oh, nice. Larnell cleaning up kills once again. Slightly late on the scream. In fact, she just goes ahead and cancels it. 'Cause it's just like, you know, the point was to save the ally, and that point was not bad. Xenon get something done here? No, he cannot. Yo, don't underestimate this Wraith King. Yeah, they're gonna disengage off that. We see this Skywrath Mage trying to re-engage and actually getting a fair bit of damage onto the Wraith King, but you know, Wraith King's like the mountain that rides here. The second you get in melee range, it just pummels you to death.
I nearly released the wraith within.
Magnus and Power, it's good, man. It's hilarious that he never even used the farming core. That's just really silly to me. I feel like at the early phases of the game, it's always worth it to at least build some farming boots, like cleave 1%. Excuse me. You got more MMR than me. Yeah, well, I lost like 3 games last night, maybe even 4. I fed a ton of MMR to everyone last night. There we go. Panin just screams and gets on the cap point. And she's going to refresh this, though. It's going to get interrupted for the second scream. Nope, but the Dire team can't manage to get back on the point anyway. Here comes Larnell to try to do something about it, but they do manage to capture this point, and this whole time Clinks is just doing tons and tons and tons of damage. He's just A-clicking towards your team. And now they're going to try to get the capture point as well. Capture point takes a lot longer to get. So it'll be harder for them to do this, especially as their team is beginning to disengage. Are they deciding that this capture point's not worth it? The Dire team's probably going to come over here any minute. Got a lot of ultimates, a lot of spells coming out here. These teams are engaging each other really, really hard. They're trying to kill off the Magnus in the background, and they do manage to do so. Queen Pawn's trying to get out of there, and I think she's going to be perfectly fine. The Wraith King gets taken down the first time, but he's at least going to take one hero with him. Maybe even more. Eclair does not care. I'm trying to man-fight the Larnal, get a couple lucky crits. Does not manage to, but now he's in Wraith form, and they can't kill him, at least while he's in Wraith form. I mean, but they can just kite him. That works. That does work. And C team's going back to a bit of farming. Whereas Radiant team's quite far ahead in kills now at this point, so they're getting points a lot faster. I think the Dire team can win final duels, though, to try to extend it and win in a later game. But it's going to be hard. Alright, see him going into a duel. We've got up here. Ooh, there's a big damage dealing combo in this duel over here. I have a feeling the Dire team's gonna take that. And then Scarth Mage showing. The Scarth Mage is also a big damage dealer. You should not underestimate it, but Klink's showing that Wraith form is overpowered. Even if you burst down the target, you need to burst down, you then need to lock him down for a while longer. Lol. Alright, and there goes Pawn.
You had to walk. Zip. Let's go. Come. I'm over here. Touche.
Taking out some bosses. This spot. What the hell was that? Oh, wow. You take a lot of damage when you kill that melee creep. That's crazy. Oh, he only has 2,000 HP. This is not that crazy. He's just super duper squishy. Going for double Battle Fury now, just maxing out that cleave. Cleave's so strong. Lynx manages to get that capture point before the Dire team bothers to come over and try to do anything about it. The Dire team's just going to try to take more bosses. I think taking bosses is a good idea. If you can try to get ahead in cores and try to beat them in that economy, it gives you a much better chance at winning. Great. Both teams can wipe out bosses pretty quickly. They both have really strong boss killing. I guess Wraith King also, the crit does way more. Wow, look at those weird changelogs in the tooltip. It's funny that's the only one it does it to also. That's really goofy. But I'm pretty sure it does more crit damage to neutrals, and bosses are obviously neutrals, so. Is strong. Got going on over here. Skyrath Mage really does do a lot of damage. They actually need to run from the Skyrath when he's dumping out his full combo. Come on, really? Alright, there we go. Running away from the projectile for as long as you possibly can. Oh wow, they instantly burst down Pawnin. I wonder if Paunin's gonna bother using any serious cooldowns while in Wraith form. I mean, it's not really worth it to sing because you're not gonna get a full duration to sing anyway. I'm pretty proud of chat, yeah. I'm proud of all of you. I finally added Nightbot because people told me to. I had a lot of viewers the other day, and people were yelling about wanting Nightbot. Mostly Nail, actually, so you can blame Nail for that. Also, any command that doesn't work, you can also blame Nail for that, too. $98-74. Radiant team only needs to take down 2 more objectives to trigger the final duel. We can blame Nail for everything. If you're asking what specifically we can blame it for. You should know this. That's the way of the world. It's the way of the wiener. Alright, Dire Team is taking down bosses. They are finishing items. It's really good. Bosses really don't stand a chance against Refraction. Or just Refraction. That's what it's called? Refraction, yeah. Storm Spirit talks more than any hero. Lol, look at Nightbot auto-moderating for me. I'm not even sure what the rules are. It's all default settings right now. Which is probably terrible. I should probably disable all the auto-moderation. I like my chat to be funny. Alright, Radiant Team only needs 1 more objective, and they are killing an upgraded twin right now. I assume it's upgraded. Yeah, it's upgraded. I mean, if it wasn't upgraded, it would have died a long time ago. Oh, really? I guess I should probably check mine, too. Nah, you're fine. Alright, final duel started. We got, or no, this is actually a normal duel. That's funny. They triggered a normal duel before the final duel. I wonder if Pawnin knew that when she popped that ultimate, because now she's not going to have triple song for final duel. Also, it doesn't matter if they win or lose this duel. Pawnin definitely doesn't want to use any more ultimates there, which is good because there's no more enemy heroes. So now at least the song is off cooldown for once, but she's only going to get double song, not triple. Laska trying to get stuff done, but Larnell's really, really strong. Larnell's definitely the hope of this Dire team. Yep. Larnell does good work. Alright, so now it's final duel time. So now it really, really matters. So this right here is the problem with the way that Larnell, or the way that Pawnin did the ordering before. I think Pawnin thought it was a final duel as well. I know I did. Sleeps everyone to set up. No Meteor Hammer on Pawnin. Not a Meteor Hammer fan, I guess. I really like Meteor Hammer. Arnold's getting work done. Wow. I actually think they need another song. They need to get it out quickly. Nope. I guess they didn't quite need it yet. There they go. Pop it anyway, though, just to set up for the disable. Ooh. Storm Spirit gets caught out, stunned, and demolished because the whole team is there. Now it's just the Skywrath. We saw that Skywrath can do some damage, but Skywrath doesn't stand a chance against this whole team. And that is the game.